My other favorite example to use is hammering a nail. So when you hammer a nail, you don't just hit the nail, you're trying to go through that nail. You're trying to push that nail into the board. So what I want you to think about is that golf ball is the nail, and wherever you're swinging to, the target or the pin, that is your board. So take that golf ball and help it to that board, okay? Hit it like a nail, drive. So the last thing we're gonna talk about in this section is the 2 V's in golf. Your body makes 2 different V's when you swing. And this is a very important part for power and accuracy, and a really big difference between pros and amateurs. So the first V we're gonna talk about is your hands and your hips. So they make a V, but your hands go down as your hips come up. So if I was to swing and not move my hips, I'm gonna always hit behind the ball because my hands are trying to go down to the ball. So what keeps me from hitting that ground is my hips pushing up. And that's where the timing factor is very important in this swing. So you need to make sure that as you go down, you're dropping your arm into this slot, and that is pulling you back up into the ball and pushing out of the swing. Now the second V in the swing is your hands and hips as well, except for this time your hands are gonna go to right field and your hips are gonna go to left field. You're gonna create separation in your swing, okay? So now a lot of people do what's called early extension. Early extension is getting stuck and both your hips and your hands going the same direction. So then instead of hitting the middle of the ball, you wind up hitting the hosel and doing that terrible S word that we all hate, shank. It's gonna come through and hit here. Where instead, if I push my hands out and I push my hips left, I will create that separation and make sure that I hit it right in the middle of the golf ball. Not only that, but if you remember us talking about the other part, what's one of the most important things for hitting distance and power in your swing is full extension. If I get caught up in here where my arms are short, I might be able to swing, but even though I'm getting there, I'm not generating any power. Where if I get out here, I can get a lot more power and speed. So I want you to practice those 2 V's, okay? And you can start with that, just isolate one side or the other. Just do a swing with just your arms, getting used to swinging out, and then do a swing where you hold your body in position and use your hips to turn. And as you do that, you should be hitting everything a little bit left, okay? So practice those 2 V's in golf. You'll be hitting a great power and accuracy in no time.